Hello and welcome to Compass Global Markets Weekly Update. I'm Tony Boyajian. Well, the US economy has grown at its fastest pace in 2 years. We saw on Friday night second quarter GDP come in around about expectations. It rose by 2.6% per annum, helped by strong consumer spending in the US. However, the US dollar still remains weak, and that weakness is due to the unsettled political environment with a lot of headlines. Another failed attempt to pass a US healthcare bill, and also the US federal banks, the Federal Reserve's hesitance, if you like, when it comes to raising interest rates again, whilst inflation is running below that 2% threshold. Now, tonight in the US, some core PCE inflation numbers are out. This is the Federal Reserve's preferred measure of inflation. It's expected to confirm the subdued rate of inflation in the US, and that as a result the market is attempting to forecast only a 45% chance that we'll see another US rate hike by December this year. So that percentage change has dwindled, has diminished in the last few weeks. We've already had 3 rate hikes in the US in the past 7 months, and given the economy is not travelling as strongly as expected, perhaps they will be on hold now for a few more months. US President Trump related headlines continues to drive risk aversion, and what we're seeing is US dollar remain under pressure in light of the Congress investigating President Trump's business with allegations, and there are only allegations at this stage, that Russia's influence on the US election process could have benefited his company. So watch this space for more news on that. The Aussie dollar, it's been the currency of choice, has strengthened by 5% just in the past 3 weeks. It's reached fresh 2-year highs around 80 US cents. And on the back of the weaker US dollar, firm commodity prices, for example, copper prices are at 2-year highs. Iron ore is back above 72 US dollars a ton. We've got a country here in Australia that runs a trade surplus, and more of those numbers will be out on Thursday this week. The country has a narrowing current account deficit, and we've got some robust Aussie jobs figures. For example, in the last 2 months, Australia has put on 115,000 full-time jobs, and so that limelight is helping support the Australian dollar, and technically speaking we have the potential now to approach that 82 US cent level. 81.6 is our line in the sand for the next level of resistance. It's the levels we haven't seen since January 2015. Now, Australia's annualised inflation rate, which came out last week, printed at 1.9%. It's below the RBA's target band of 2 to 3%. What does this mean? It means low inflation means low interest rates. So the Reserve Bank is likely to keep interest rates unchanged, not only for the rest of this year, but perhaps for the bulk of 2018 as well. Look, elsewhere we've seen the euro dollar reach fresh 2-year highs. It's above 1.18, 1.18 against the US. In fact, it's reached new 2.5-year highs. The Aussie euro remains subdued around that 0.67 level, mind you. But the reason why the euro is strong is because there's been better than expected Eurozone data. July core inflation has risen to 3-month highs of 1.2%. Eurozone unemployment continues to improve, it's just a shade over 9%. And German June retail sales rose by 1.1%. It's 5 times higher than what was expected. Tonight in the Eurozone, second quarter GDP figures are out. It's expected to show a rise of 0.7%, and if that comes to fruition, it'll help support the euro dollar.
Yes.
Another reason why the euro is well supported at the moment is the strong selling we've been seeing in the Swiss franc, after the Swiss National Bank mentioned last week that they believe the Swiss franc is significantly overvalued. Go figure, nothing like jawboning the currency, is there? We've seen Euro Swiss lift to fresh 2-year highs, and the Aussie dollar Swiss franc cross rate is now at 5-month highs, around about that 77 cent level. Don't forget to watch us every Thursday lunchtime around 12:15 p.m. Follow Sky News Business on the Foxtel and Optus channels for my weekly live and exclusive financial markets coverage on behalf of Compass Global Markets. I'm Tony Boyajian. Have a great week.